I should have raced a bit. Or ran a bit. Why not?
We're sliding too since we're on the.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Put on my leg.
And since we're on an angle, we're still sliding to it.
Now the building you see with the black glass on your left is the Daytona 500 Club. Now there are 500 seats available in there. 500 seat banqueting hall, exclusive restaurants, bar and club area, NASCAR officials. 4th floor is all President Suites. You can even access the roof from up there, and as you can see, the new Gatorade Victory Lane is right in front. The old Victory Lane is right here, that white building with the green accent. Dale Earnhardt Sr. celebrated his Daytona 500 victory right in there. 1998. It is no longer used for Victory Lane. It's now used for NASCAR official scoring and timing. The smaller grandstands you see on your left are the paddock patios. That's where the owners and the sponsors get to sit. Each one has their own monitor in front of them. That's so they can keep an eye out on their own car. There are 43 monitors for 43 cars. And the pit box numbers are right on the fence right in front of it. There is no pit 13. So they are superstitious. Now up ahead you're going to see a couple of roads leaving the speedway. This is how the vehicles leave the speedway, go inside, race the road course, the famous International Horseshoes. Now there are two horseshoe shapes with two 180-degree sweeping turns in them. 1.2 miles of road racing. Motorcycles, Rolex cars, prototypes, sports cars, Porsches, BMWs, Corvettes. The IRL cars, the American Sports Car Club, Porsche Club, Audi Club, the Italian Club, all come in right here. Race the 1.2 horseshoes, come back outside, and race the tri-oval for a total of 3.56. Now the motorcycles are a little shorter, 2.45, because they exit at a different point. Just on the poles, 202 of them with anywhere from 4 to 1,251 volts up on top. Look on your left-hand side down below. You'll see these gray boxes, 288 of them with a 2,000-watt bulb inside of them. And they're designed in such a way that if a driver were to get spun around and face that light, the driver would not be blinded by that light because it's all done by mirrors. It's called reflection lighting. We have enough electrical cable in a project to run from the city of Daytona to the state line of Iowa. 1,450 miles of cable. Back in 1998, June and July of that year, when we were to have the first running, Daytona experienced a rash of wildfires. Back then we had to postpone it until October 17th of that year. And that's when we lit it up for the first time. Now coming up on your right-hand side, 104 Sunoco towers. There are two on each high bank. One as you come in, one as you leave. They hold two or more spotters up there. They go up there during the race. Keep your eye out on the high banks for any caution, any debris that they may notify the officials with. On top of the roof of each tower on both sides, 43 team spotters on each tower. Why so many spotters? I'll tell you why. It's the size of the speedway. It is so large. They need as many spotters as they can get, as high up as they can get them. The towers, again, 14 floors, 150 feet high. Now, one of 4 Jumbotrons on your left-hand side, high-definition, instant replay screens, in-house satellite TVs. 3 of them have these scoring trilons on them in the shape of a triangle, giving you the first 15 places. The lap count on top and on the bottom of 15 continuously rolls on and gives you places from 16 on up to 43. Now, you guys are privileged to know that starting in 2013, right on this skid area will be a half-mile flat track, an oval, starting February 2013. Great for these grandstands right here. Again, these grandstands are the Bobby Allison Tiny Lund Super Stretch grandstands, originally constructed in 1994 to hold about 4,000 race fans, as you can see. They have grown since then, and they're still growing. They added the Budweiser Party Porch. Seating capacity in the grandstands is 47,700 race fans. That is more than most stadiums in the country today, just on one side. So the media tells us that when both grandstands are full and the infield area is full, Daytona International Speedway becomes one of the largest cities in the state of Florida on any given race day. Now, the only time I'll let you stand up is now, so you can see our famous lake. On the left-hand side is Lake Lloyd. Lake Lloyd is a man-made lake, and back in the 50s, when Mr. Bill Graham Sr. was looking for a place to build his speedway, he did find the right amount of quantity and quality of dirt underneath the lake to build the high banks, 1 million cubic yards. Well, the lake was filled in by 1/3 with the new construction. When I say new, starting in July of 04, finished for the February 05's race, they knocked down the whole infield, restructured, rebuilt. Everything you're going to see today, hopefully I show you everything, will be all new. From that concrete bulkheading on the other side, used to be all lake into the parking lot, 44 acres. Filled it in by 1/3. We now have a 3,000-foot fan walkway going the whole length of the lake, with the decks protruding out into the lake. 250 RV sites now on the lake with their hookups, including cable TV and telephone. They have their own community center, their own restaurant, their own boardwalk club, and on the back end, their own tiki bar. Now, the lake is presently 29 acres, 16 to 35 foot deep. It is a stock lake, so we use it for bass fishing tournaments, speedboat racing, water skiing events, irrigation purposes, and for a backup system for fire control. In front of us on the outside, Daytona International Airport. Very close to our property. We do get a lot of drivers that fly right into the area and make a short walk beyond property. The fans can go right up to the grandstands, or they'll catch a tram out here. Is Tram Plaza 3 on every corner of the speedway on the outside. We keep extra trams to transport the fans anywheres in the 480 acres. Going inside now is part of the road course. In racing terms, this roadway is called a chicane. It was actually built to slow the motorcycles and the sports cars down. As you can see from the skid marks, a lot of them missed a turn, so the speedway added tires to the safer barrier wall to lessen the impact even more so. Up ahead on turn 3, you'll see a new paving where one Pablo Montoya's car crashed into the jet dryer, his Daytona 500. 100 gallons of diesel fuel, 100 gallons of jet fuel, all exploded. A tribute to the kind of pavement we have here. Had it been just blacktop, it would have deteriorated in a hurry with that kind of heat. But because it is aggregates, that means gravel, fiberglass, cement, and blacktop are all mixed together. 50,000 tons of it, enough to pave 2-lane highway. Well, we were able to do the last 50 laps ago, and also we got 2 weeks of motorcycle racing in. Then we decided to tear this section up. By the way, this particular repair, $1 million. So the original paving cost 20. Add $1 million to that, we have a $21 million paving job here. The top 4 layers, the bottom layer being a drainage layer, the other 4 layers were all laid by laser. So there are no bumps, no jumps, no seams, no anything on it. Except for you'll see on the apron, you might see some seams. Now the large area you see on your left is the Geico Caveman Campground. Strictly campers in there. There are no RV sites in there whatsoever. 2 blue bathrooms, 1 yellow grocery store, official merchandise building, and a red pump house. Also in that area, well, sprint cars. That's where they race go-karts. 36 at a time racing there, reaching speeds of 60 miles per hour. So even the little guys have a need for speed. The famous twin tunnels coming underneath turn number 4. And I know eventually somebody's going to ask, but right where that flag is flying is where the incident happened. The twin tunnels were worked on while they were paving. They put a new concrete floor in there with a dewatering system in it. That means well points attached to a pump. They concrete the sidewalls. They put 20-inch sidewalks going in and out, guardrails to protect the civilians. Dropped the lighting, totally forgot about the tram spinning through there. The first guy to drive through there came to a screeching halt. They had to come along him and crane him out in pieces. Now just so you are covered in, it wasn't me. 2 sets of garages in there. Yellow and white garages, first one's coming up while you're Top Gun territory. Sprint Cup garages. And the blue and Asian white garages. Now they both have 44 Cup garages, 30 open carports for the overflow traffic, as you know. Some of the drivers bring more than 1 car for qualifying. We only have room for 43 on pit road. That's where we keep the extra vehicles in the open carports. Now they both have their own Sunoco high-octane gas station, their own Goodyear tire service center. They both have free technical inspection garages. If you look towards the first Jumbotron coming up on your left-hand side, you'll notice there are stairways going right up to the roof of the covered garages. Right there at that point is also a Q&A, a question and answer thing where you need the drivers face-to-face and get them, ask them all kinds of silly questions and having them come up with all kinds of silly answers. Then you have the Budweiser Bistro for your hunger needs and a full bar in there for your Thursday needs, the big stage for concerts. Each covered garage has their own window facing in towards the fan saw. There are 22 garages on each side. Each one has their own window. On the bottom of the window is a pass-through, so you can pass through your hats, your t-shirts, or anything for that matter. Hopefully your favorite driver will pass it back to you autographed. We'll see some more of it as we get past the white wall here. We are going to hit down Pit Road, and you'll notice it's 1,600 feet long, and then we'll start down concrete, 3,000 concrete, so they can be all day long. I'm going to take you in the Gatorade Victory Lane. It's very rare that you'll ever get into this area. I insist upon it with my tour. The other thing I insist upon is this. I want you to go to the podium. I want you to go to the catch you. You will have a 3-mile walk back from here. You can hand me your camera. I'll take a photo with your camera. There's a professional photographer there. You can take those photos when you get back to the attraction area. No obligation. Now Brandon is your photographer. We'll head up the ramp. Head right up to the rubber mat up there. So exit on the left-hand side, folks.
Well,
Bye for